Good morning, or sorry, it's morning for me. I don't know if it's morning for you, but today I thought I would do a smoky cranberry kind of look because it's holiday season. People are getting ready to go to Christmas parties or holiday parties or work holiday parties, and I thought it would be great to do a really fun cranberry look. Today I'm going to be using the Saharan II for the most part by Juvias Place. I'll probably add some fun stuff with the Prada's Beauty palette, but this is what I'm using today. And I'm going to be using these two to do the smoky eye, because when you mix those two, it makes a really, really nice cranberry. So that's it. My desk is sort of a mess, but it's fine. We're used to it. Let's get started. Okay, first I actually have to pin my ridiculous hair back because there's so much of it. I have so much hair, and I mean, I love it, but it's a lot. It's a lot. It gets in the way, and nobody wants that. Nobody asked for that, especially me. Well, I did when I grew my hair out, but shh. Don't come at me with your judgments. Or do, you know, your prerogative. Whatever. All right, so I'm going to start off with my eye primer. I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Eye Primer. I actually use it because Robert Welsh uses it. Okay? Don't at me, or whatever, at me. Hold on. Turn the brightness up a little bit because I can barely see myself. I don't know if you can see me, but I can barely see myself. My last video, I was sitting a little low. I don't know if you noticed. You probably noticed. But that's because my chair is just like a cheap one from IKEA, and I have to readjust the height. And it's not even like one of those like ones. That's expensive. That costs money. So I have to manually turn my chair to get it to rise. Yeah. Explain that to me. Don't actually. But like, you can if you want, I guess. I don't know. Actually, what I should do, because I am going to be putting on the Cheekbone Beauty Sustain for my face. So what I'm going to do is, while this eye primer sets, I'm going to be putting on the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I like it. It works. It does its job. But like, at what cost? It's actually really cheap. That's a bad joke. I'm trying to like be better at applying primer. Like, I didn't know how to do it. I just like followed beauty gurus and just assumed the way I was doing it was right. But after watching a ridiculous amount of Robert Welsh, I realized I had been doing it wrong this whole time. And so I'm just gonna pat it in like he does and just smush it in there, you know, just really just push it in and hope for the best, you know. Like maybe this time. Maybe this time will be the time. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. I don't know if you noticed my earrings. They were actually made by my mom. She's a wonderful artisan, and she always comes up with like the coolest stuff. And like, I always feel so blessed to be wearing it. It's a dream to be wearing your own mom's stuff. Okay, so let's start on the eye. I'm actually going to dip into the brown first. And I'm going to get a clean blending brush. Well, as clean as I can get it, because I haven't washed my brushes and I really should, you know, I should get around to it. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. I'm going to dip a little bit into the brown, just swirl it around, tap it off. Ooh, it's pigmented. And I'm just going to start applying it in the outer edges. And in this corner here, just going to blend it through the crease and just keep blending a little bit higher. I'm going to be adding the cranberry color. I just find that when I mix those two, it gives the best payoff for cranberry color. Like the dark, the Zora and Fez mixed together makes the best cranberry. Zora by itself is actually just more of a pink. So when you mix the two, it gives you this beautiful cranberry color. You'll see when I get to adding the Zora. So I'm just blending, and I'm just slowly blending outwards. I'm bringing it a little bit in to the middle here of my eye and blending out to the outer corner of my eye. Just to give the Zora a nice, the cranberry color, a nice base to kind of grab onto and mix with. And then I'm going to do the lower eyelid part and just add a little bit more. Okay, now I'm going to get a clean, that's a smudge brush. I'm going to grab a clean eye brush. I just actually have to clean this one. I'll be right back. I'm back, and now I have a nice clean fluffy brush. I'm going to dip into Zora now, and you'll see what I mean. She's here. She's here. And I'm just going to start blending that in. Oh, girl. Just blending it into all the corners, everywhere I applied that oh, this is getting away from me. Oh, Lord. I blended maybe a little bit too high. That's fine. It's going to be dramatic. We're going for a dramatic smoky eye. And then I'm just picking up product and tapping it in to this crease area. I think going that way, I've just sort of given myself a droopy eye. So I'm just gonna So that is intense. So I'm going to grab another brush, a stiffer brush, and just kind of diffuse the situation here. It's still intense, but we're intense people, right? So I'm going to get a small smudge brush and just dip into more of that brown. And whoa, that's intense. And now I'm going to dip into Aziza, which is this really nice pale gold. And I'm going to put that in the front here. I'm just applying it with my finger. And I'm going to blend it using my finger and really concentrate it on the front of my eye. Going to diffuse it once again. Just going to grab a clean, fluffy brush and then just diffuse it some more. Okay. And then I'm going to grab just some simple, I'll do the eyeliner afterwards. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the other eye and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Do you ever get mad at yourself? Like, do you ever get really frustrated when you're doing your eye makeup and you're like, how come one eye turned out so much better than the other eye? Like, I always think about this when I'm applying my makeup for videos, like, because I know that I can do this eye so much better than this eye, but I always start with my right eye. Always. Is that, anyone else have that? I'm sure we all do. It's fine. It's all fine. Okay, so I am going to pick out my shades from the Cheekbone Beauty Sustain collection here. Okay, so now I have my fluffy, it's pretty dense. I have my foundation blurring brush by e.l.f. and I have my colors picked out from Cheekbone Beauty's Sustain Complexion line. I currently am using medium 5, fair 1. Oh wait, I was gonna try fair 1. I'm kind of in between fair 2, medium 5, and medium 4. I like using fair 2 as a under eye concealer if I'm doing a big, like a full face of makeup like I'm doing today. So I'm just gonna sharpen all the pencils, make sure that they're sharp enough and there's enough product for me to use on my face. If you haven't seen my review on the Cheekbone Beauty Sustain Complexion pencils, I'll link it up above in the top corner here. And you can see my review on these and how they work. My preferred method if I'm going to do a full face is to just put everything everywhere and then blur it out with a foundation brush. You can use a sponge, but it will diffuse everything that you're using. So if you're going for a more natural look, I would definitely use a sponge over a blending brush. But here is fair 2. So I'm just going to apply it to the outer corner and the inner corner of my eye. And I'm going to try and maybe see if I can fix up this line here using this. I'm just going to go in with my not so clean finger. Hold on, I'm gonna get some micellar water. For the eye area, I like to blend with my finger just because it warms up the product a lot more and it gives me a nicer, smoother finish. So I'm just going to do that now. So I just blend it in into this corner here, and then slowly bring it into the middle. Same thing with this side. I'm just going to somehow get it mixed in with my eyeshadow, which is great. And blend into the other side as well. Going to grab a concealer brush and just sort of wing that out and try to straighten that line a little bit more. Ooh, that gives me a little droop, huh? That's okay. So I'm just going to grab some more. I'm going to actually paint it on like that. See if I can fix that line and try and get rid of the extra eyeshadow that I had put there. Got droopy eyelids, so I kind of have to overcompensate here. And I'm trying to not, you know, scrunch up my face too much while I do this, and try to keep a neutral expression so that it doesn't, so that it looks the same regardless of if I'm smiling or if I'm just looking, you know, if I've got my RBF on, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's move on to, what is it, medium 4, medium 5? Let's see where we're at today. It's a little bit dark. Let's go with medium 4 in the middle. Is that the one I just put there? Yeah, it is. That's fine. Let's mix it with this Fair 2 because it's got a neutral undertone. And then like, let's just add it to all the places that I'm going to want to brighten up. So I'll just do a little stripe there. Let's keep this area high. And I have to sharpen this pencil again. Then let's go everywhere else with the medium 4. So what you want to do is you want to blend the lighter areas out first. Oh, maybe that's too light. And then blend in everything else. I might have gone a little bit too light everywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the medium 6 and just add it in the places that I think could benefit from a little bit more shadow. And hopefully add a little bit more color back into my face. Because contrary to popular belief, I am not very pale. And I'm going to try and contain it in these spots here. just to give me a little bit more contour. And definition. The good thing about this line is you can layer and blend because it is a cream complexion product. And I'm just going to carry it to this chin area because I went a little hard, right? A little too bright. So now it looks like I have like a white mustache, a white beard or something. Okay, so keeping on with the putty here, I'm going to dip into the putty blush. It's this beautiful coral. It's this beautiful coral color. And I'm just going to grab a stippling brush. This is my Real Techniques stippling brush. And I really always go full hog with this. And I really shouldn't, but it's a nice color, okay? So I'm actually just blending it really high up here because I really like that look. I think it's cute. It gives me a little bit more dimension. And I just really like this blush, okay? You know what's funny? I fucking blended this out and then I erased it and then I'm just putting pink blush there. Explain that to me, huh? Explain that. And we're just gonna add a little bit to our nose because it's the Christmas season and everybody's got a little bit of a red face, which is adorable in my personal opinion. I think it's cute. I love it. I love everybody when they come in from the cold and they look flushed and they just look young. And I don't know, there's something about like a flushed skin that's just really cute. And I vibes. I fucks with it. So now I'm going to go into my Cheekbone Beauty contour palette. This is a pretty old, and I should get a new one. I really should, but that costs money. So I'm just gonna bronze the edges because I want to look like I still get some sun. So instead of putting it in the contour area, I'm just gonna put it with the blush here and then grab a big fluffy brush and blend that out. I could contour or I could not. How come y'all never told me I still have like a big stripe here? That's rude. That's all kinds of rude. Okay, I could contour actually because I have all of the complexion pencils from Cheekbone, but I'm just gonna contour just the slightest bit. This is deep 9. I'm not going to do too much. And I'm just going to use circular motions and kind of push it upwards and to the side and pull any excess product down so it looks like I have much sharper cheekbones than I have. You want to keep the brush angled upwards, like so, because you don't want to muddy your face any further down. And then it also pulls the contour down and makes you look saggy. Ask me how I know. Ask me. Huh? Ask me how I know. It's taken some, like, a little bit of work getting used to these contour pencils and these complexion pencils, but now I have the kind of the hang of it, so I think we're doing good. Oh shoot, I was going to use the Prados Beauty blush palette, but I messed up. So I'm going to find highlight. That's blush. trying to find a highlight. I don't think I threw out any of my highlights, but oh, I'll just go into the Cheekbone Beauty highlight. And since we're doing a more pinky look, I'm going to dip into the cheek dust and the glow dust and just add a little bit, you know, right on the highlights. I don't want to be blinding, like I don't want people to see me from a mile away because I'm already pretty. They don't need that much. They don't need to be reminded. Okay, just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so that's the face. Let's dig into our lipstick here. Obviously, I'm going to go for a Cheekbone Beauty color. I am going to go to, where's Deborah? Swanique, Cindy, Tantu. I have like one, like my favorite fall color by Cheekbone. And we're gonna do Cranberry. Because why not? So I'm going to go into Deborah by Cheekbone Beauty. It's this nice, rich, oh, why did I do it that way? It's a nice, rich cranberry color. Just trust me on this. I'm gonna take excess off the brush and I'm going to just sculpt the area first. That I want to add the lipstick to. With a rich color like this, you want to be a little bit more precise. If you want to, you can use a lip pencil. If you're not used to using like rich colors like this, I would definitely suggest using a lip pencil just to outline. Because it's very easy to make a mistake with a dark color like this. And then once everything is lined, just go in and add more of the color. It's a nice, beautiful, rich cranberry color, and I love it. I like that the cranberry from the Juvias Place doesn't really clash too much with this red lipstick. I could have gone with a more pure red, but I really like the darker colors. It kind of, I don't know, it's a little bit saucier for, you know, winter time. And now I'm just gonna add some finishing touches. I am going to line the lower lash area with some color, and I'm also going to add a little bit of the Sustain Eyes Raven Black in my waterline and on the upper lash line area, and smudge it out with a clean smudge brush just to give it that extra smoky vibe. So I'm actually just going to the middle, just to the middle here, and then I'm going to blend in using that smudge brush and try to blend it further into the middle, just smoking it out so it doesn't look like it's an abrupt, you know, line of black. And then I'm going to add black in my lower lash line and on the lower part there, and just blend it out. And then I'm going to come in with the color. So I'm going to mix those two colors on a different smudging brush, and just kind of make sure that the look is a little more cohesive, and smudge that out and bring that also just to the middle. Not too much, not too little. And really carrying those vibes, you know? Just carrying those immaculate dark eye vibes. And then I'm going to get my Sky High mascara and look down and wiggle the mascara wand and curl at the same time. Extending those lashes. I was going to use false lashes, but to be quite honest, I am horrible with them. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. I can't do it. And then finally, because I completely forgot about it until now, I'm going to go in with the Cheekbone Beauty brow product. Just comb it. I'm going to start not from the beginning, but more towards the middle. Get most of the product there and brush it out to the end, and using any excess product and pulling that forward to the front. Because you don't want too much product in the front, because then it looks a little bit crowded. I'm going to grab a spoolie and just brush through. And then I'm going to do the exact same on the other side, and I'll be right back. Hey! All right, so that's the finished look. Let me know what you think. This was actually really, really fun. I haven't done a full face of makeup in what feels like several years. It's only been a couple of months. There hasn't really been any reason to put makeup on, just because of the extenuating circumstances. I don't think that's the right phrase, because of what's currently going on in the world. But I think this was fun. It was nice to get back into it and just really sit in my makeup room and just really let the creativity flow. I think this might be a little bit too intense for maybe a work holiday party, but if you're just doing like holiday parties with friends and family, I think this look would be fun. Yeah. If you have any questions or whatever, just let me know. If you liked this video, if you want to see more, let me know in the comments. Also, apparently you're supposed to do this so that people actually do this. If you like my videos, if you like my content, please subscribe. I will be posting more videos. I've set up a schedule for myself. I don't know what I'm doing next. I'm probably going to do a green eye tutorial. Anyway, that's it for today. Have a wonderful day. I can't wait to see what I come up with next. I hope you can't wait to see. I don't know where I'm going with this. Thanks for stopping by. Goodbye.